Coming up on CTV Sports, what is wrong with the football team? After a second consecutive home loss, is there any hope left for the season?
After losing to number 2 UCLA in 5 sets, the Rams volleyball team played its first conference game of the season. Did they get back to their winning ways? We'll have highlights and an analysis.
And in case you missed it, find out how a hockey slapshot is one of the best first pitches of any baseball game. This is CTV Sports.
Hello and welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Ryan Hillman, joined this week by Riley Adams. And Riley, what a disappointing weekend. Nothing went on good.
All the sports, it was just not good. You couldn't be more right. Where you've gotten used to the CSU football team losing, but then CU won, the Broncos lost, volleyball lost. It was a really tough weekend.
I'm trying to stay positive here. Hopefully there'll be some better weekends coming ahead. But let's take you around the fort, catch you up with everything that you might have missed in Ram country. Let's start with the Rams volleyball, who kicked off their conference play for the 2012 season, coming into the game against the Lady Lobos of New Mexico. The Lady Rams hadn't lost a Mountain West opener in nearly 6 years. 2006 was the last time the Rams lost a conference opener, but all streaks have to come to an end. The Rams started out strong, winning the first 2 sets. The first one 25-10 with 14 kills, while CSU's middle blockers caused major problems for the Lobo attackers. The second set appeared to be more challenging for the Rams, with 12 tie scores in this one. The Rams were able to pull ahead though, going into the intermission 2 sets up. Unfortunately, the Lobos came out of the break much more energized and controlled the rest of the game, winning the last 3 sets. Now this one was a complete shock. The Lobos are now 13-2 on the season. The Rams, however, are now just 7-5 on the year. Rams hope to get back to their winning ways on the 27th when conference newcomer Nevada comes to town. Let's move on to a sport that just kicked off its season, and that is the women's tennis team. The CSU Invitational was this past weekend, and the Rams showed the football and volleyball team what's up. They won this one with impressive 25-2 in singles and 13-1 in doubles. The Rams' next match will be Friday the 28th when they head to Boise to take on the Broncos in the Boise State Invitational.
Now let's bring you up to speed on the CSU on-campus stadium debate. President Tony Frank is now expected to make a decision on whether or not CSU will build an on-campus stadium, even as soon as early as next week. A decision was expected to be made on October 4th during Frank's Board of Governors meeting. Frank will wait to make the decision until he has read a new report commissioned by Stadium Skeptics that was released today. Frank said today, quote, "I'm theoretically on vacation this week, so I still think I should be able to get my announcement out no later than the beginning of next week, barring anything unforeseen," end quote. If the announcement is made Monday, make sure to tune into CTV Sports for all the coverage and analysis of that decision. And finally, basketball season is just around the corner, and I cannot wait. Last year was one of the most exciting years for CSU's basketball program, and this year doesn't look to be any different. The Rams' first official game will be on November 9th at Moby Arena against Montana. Other notable games on the schedule will be in Washington when they take on the Huskies, the hardwood version of the Rocky Mountain Showdown when the Rams head down to Boulder to play the Buffs. And then conference play will begin mid-January when the Rams play San Diego State and then Air Force, UNLV, and New Mexico afterwards. The Rams, of course, are now led by new head coach Larry Eustace. Most of their starters will be returning, and they will be gaining 2 key transfers in Colton Iverson and Daniel Bejarano. But the Rams are still looking for more. The Rams will be holding walk-on tryouts this Wednesday. The team's looking for full-time students with skills to play Division I basketball. If you're interested, visit the CSU basketball website for more details. Now it's time for a short break, but when we come back, we'll let you know what we think about the football team, volleyball team, and the Broncos, and an all-new segment we like to call Wordplay. Stay tuned.
Swings at the first pitch and fouls it deep back into the stand.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. We're R Squared, Riley and Ryan, and we're now going to try a new segment we call Wordplay. Our producer Ryan Green will give us a topic, and we'll give him one word we accurately describes the said topic. So without further ado, there's Greeny. Greeny, take it away.
Yes, I like the R squared. I guess with me here now, it's R cubed. Feels good to be back on camera. You know, I was co-anchor with Ryan Hillman last year, and now I'm a producer, moved on to better things. Anyways, enough about me. Let's get to CSU football. Guys, they lost on Saturday to Utah State. That's their second home consecutive loss. Third straight consecutive loss altogether, and after 4 games, they are 1-3. Guys, we're a third of the way into the season. Give me one word to describe the season so far.
Ryan, I'm going to have to go with the word expected. No one was expecting national champions out of this team. We got a brand new coach. I still think we're going to be better than the last 3 seasons. We're going to get 4 wins this year. I'm calling it. We got new plays, new coach. I'm not worried. The future's bright and for the Rams.
I'm going to stay positive with Ryan and go with dauntlessness, also meaning determined. You know, we have lost the 3 past games, but the deficit was much less than I thought it was going to be against Utah State. Although we went into the second half scoreless, we still came back and lost 31-19. Way more points than I thought we'd put on. You know what? These guys never give up.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, they're still playing with players that aren't in McElwain's system. You know, it's his first year. You can see the change there. The physicality is much different. I think we just got to be patient. We can't just give up after a year. Yeah, so I agree with you guys. Let's go to volleyball. Another disappointing team. They're 7-5. They started out the season ranked 25th in the nation, got up to 24th. After this loss to New Mexico, though, it's getting ugly. Guys, give me one word on their chances to make the tourney at the end of the season.
My one word is going to be aspirational. You know, I think I'm very hopeful for this team. We just started conference play, only 1 conference games in, excuse me. And, you know, I think we still got good chances. We just need to stop giving up long point runs. We've got good players, got a good coach. We just need to start getting into the momentum.
Totally right, Riley. My word's going to be imaginable. You know, the tournaments in the future, we're fine. We lost to DU last year, which no one saw that coming. That's our game this year. We're still fine. The ladies will still be going dancing in the tournament, Ryan.
See, that's the one thing that kind of scares me, guys, is they seem to be playing to the level of the teams they're playing. When they play UCLA, they play great. When they play teams they should beat, they don't really play as well. So I'm still kind of on them. So anyways, let's move on to Broncos football. This is a heartbreaker for me. I'm a huge Broncos fan. They lost to the Texans yesterday. They lost to the Falcons on Monday night. They're 1-2. Guys, just the offenses look bad in the first 3 quarters of each game. Give me one word. What is wrong with the Denver Broncos?
Ryan, I'm going to have to go with uncatchable chemistry. First of all, the receivers can't catch anything, and that's killing us right now. Peyton Manning is putting the ball where it should be, and they can't catch it. And then the chemistry, they're not going to the place where he's throwing the ball. So if we fix that, I'm not worried. It's early in the season. If we just win games and able to get in the playoffs, I think we got a great shot.
You know, and I agree. My word is rudimentary or underdeveloped. These guys have just started playing with Manning. It's very early in the season. They're not used to how he plays with a little bit less of a quarterback last season. And it's very early in the season. I really think that we just need to get used to each other. Guys, quit bugging the Broncos and Manning. They will be fine.
I'll give them this. They have played possibly the 2 best teams in the league right now these past 2 weeks. At least we're not losing home games to the Raiders. Not to jinx anything, because we have lost the past 4 to the Raiders at home. But, all right, little bonus for you. Staying with the Broncos, Joe Mays, we've all seen the hit on Matt Schaub from yesterday. Schaub's helmet came flying off. After the game, we learned that he lost part of his earlobe. Guys, one word, how do you describe that hit?
My one word is unscrupulous. Absolutely no principles. Helmet-to-helmet collision. Schaub's helmet flies off, holds his head, earlobe comes off. Mays, oh my goodness, what a hit. I am surprised Schaub's head did not fly straight off.
You know, Riley, I absolutely love your words. I don't know where you're getting them, but they're awesome. Instead of jaw breaking, I'm going with ear breaking. This hit was absolutely amazing. But first of all, Shop, fasten your helmet. That's what everyone learns in Pee-wees. Come on, bro. You're lucky your head is still on. But Mays, keep on doing it. Keep putting those quarterbacks on their back. I love it. All right, well, Ryan, thanks for joining us in this new segment.
You're welcome, CTV Sports.
It's always good to see your pretty face. Next up, after the break, we'll give you the reason why soccer players should keep their shirts on after they score a goal.
CTV News, the coverage you need. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Live at 8 p.m. on Channel 11 and CTV11.com.
To find out more, come visit us in room 109 of the LSC.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. It is now time for a little segment we like to call In Case You Missed It, where we show you some of the hidden gems from around the sports world that may have flown under your radar. Ryan, let's start off with one of the coolest first pitches to any baseball game I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
In case you missed it, Tampa Bay Lightning head coach Guy Boucher decided to add a little hockey twist to the start of this Rays game by slap-shotting the first pitch. But I gotta be honest, Ryan, I don't think he could have been any more accurate even if he threw it.
You know, we can't see the video right now, but this pitch is absolutely awesome.
Incredible.
Here we go. He's going to find a new job for himself. He's a smart man because hockey's not going to be back for a while. I absolutely love this play right here.
Absolutely accurate.
All right, Riley, check this one out. Soccer players are known for taking their jerseys off after a goal. Hopefully you never took yours off when you played, Riley. But this right here is why all players should just keep their clothes on. The player scores. I won't try to pronounce his name, but he takes his jersey off, runs to the fans, almost has it taken away there, pulls it back, then goes back to the field, still has it, and a random fan comes out of nowhere, takes his jersey. The kid runs to the end of the field, throws it to one of his friends in the stands. Luckily, though, the player got his jersey back and was able to finish the game. And finally, going to show some Ram love in case you missed it today. CSU Rams volleyball player Dana Cranston is among 30 NCAA Division I senior women's volleyball players to be named to the 2012 Senior Class Award candidate.
The award honors senior student athletes who excel both on and off the court, with notable achievements in 4 areas of excellence: community, classroom, character, and competition.
We want to thank Dana for being such a great teammate and student for representing the CSU Rams in such a great way.
Absolutely. That's going to do it here for us at CTV Sports. Be sure to tune in next week for all of our highlights and analysis of all things CSU sports.
If you didn't catch tonight's whole show or just want to watch it again, I mean, it was pretty good. You can always go to CTV11.com and watch it.
For all CTV content, therefore they bear responsibility for the decisions they make. CTV is not an official program of Colorado State University, but is produced by an independent, nonprofit corporation using the name CTV pursuant to a license granted by CSU.